it's been a while since I've sat in front of a camera. I've been editing a Q&A that I asked for questions for on Twitter like literally months ago, and every time I edit it there's stuff that I'm feeling iffy about, and like when it comes down to it I'm not pumped about putting it online, so that's why that hasn't seen the light of day on YouTube yet. Part of me kind of wants to go back and film that again. Like if I go back and film it again, this will be like the third time I've tried to film it, and fix things that I didn't like about it, then it'll feel really forced and not authentic. Hello! That is my brand now. I think that Q&A is just gonna die a death. What I wanted to talk to you guys about today was... Right, okay. If you've been hanging around this channel for as long as it's been up, you'll know that I've done a couple of videos about The Last of Us, or maybe it was just one video. I don't know, it's been mentioned in a few different ones anyway, and you'll know that I adore that game, and I adore Naughty Dog, and Neil Druckmann, Bruce Straley, all of the people that work on it. There are so fucking many, like I can't name all of them. But anyway, you'll know that I love that a lot. There's a lot of speculation about the next one that's coming out, which hopefully should be out in 2019. Please God, I need that. I've been trying to branch out and find different games that I want to play instead of literally just sitting and replaying The Last of Us and Life is Strange over and over and over again, and I was looking through lists of like most anticipated games of 2018 and like then going on to see what different things people recommended, and one of them was Days Gone, which looks really good, but that's not out until next year, so I don't know why that wasn't on the list for this year. Besides the point. Sam got me this for Christmas and I finished it in less than a day, and I am so obsessed. I've never played Dark Souls and I've never played Heavy Rain. I just wanted to let you know that I know that it's called Beyond Two Souls. That Addie knew that it was called Beyond Two Souls, and I don't know why she called it Heavy Souls or Dark Souls or whatever souls she said, but I know it's Beyond Two Souls and the other one's called Heavy Rain, and I'm sorry to whatever proper like gamey people who take these things very seriously. Think right now, if you're watching it, I'm sorry, I know what it's called, and I'm sorry. I've heard good things about them, one more than the other, but I can't remember which one was supposed to be better. There was a lot of speculation that I saw online with whether this was going to be a good game, if it was going to be a flop. Like, they thought the idea was great, but they didn't know whether they would be able to execute it as well as everyone had anticipated. And I remembered reading this and I saw the trailers and I got really hyped on it, but there wasn't a release date, so I kind of forgot about it until it got released. And Jacksepticeye did a playthrough of it, and I watched bits and pieces of it, and I was like, oh, this looks really good. I do at some point want to get this and play it. And then every time Sam and I were up in Cork, I didn't have enough money to buy it, and then we were Christmas shopping and it was on sale for like €20, and I was like, oh my god, what a steal. So he very kindly bought it for me. The game is so well thought out. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time in one video, otherwise it would be like an hour and a half long of me just rambling, and I think upwards of 10 minutes is like too much. Watch this video, it will be like 20 minutes long now, but anyway. There's a lot of stuff that I love about Detroit Become Human. One of my favorite things is the flowchart, because not only does it show you all the different paths that you could take and what things that you missed out on and where you could go back and change things in your next playthrough, but it shows you on the flowchart the different options that you could have done that altered the way things play out in the other characters' lives, I guess. If you don't know anything about Detroit Become Human, it is, oh my god, what is the term for it? Oh my god, this happens to me when I'm talking about Life is Strange. It's like it's a very much a story-based game with lots of options, and when I say it's like Life is Strange, the whole like thing in Life is Strange, especially the first one, is like every action has consequences, and like in Life is Strange it does, I guess, but the first one anyway, it literally boils down to like you have two options. Like, spoiler alert, in the first one you either get to save Chloe or save Arcadia Bay. Like, that's it. No matter what options you've chosen along the line, they're still your only two options. What Quantic Dream have done really well is there are countless different ways that this game can end. You have 3 protagonists, Kara, Marcus, and Connor. It's so cool because you get to play as each one in different segments and they slowly begin to intertwine. Like there's a part where you're playing as Kara and then it like switches over to Connor and you can see her across the street and then it switches back, and it's really cool being able to jump from both perspectives, and it's so fluid, like it feels so natural. What they did really well is that you start off as Connor.
My name is Connor. I'm the android sent by Cyberlife.
He's a prototype android created by Cyberlife to help like fight crime and find deviant androids, who are androids who show they like feel things, even though lots of people are like, you don't have feelings, you're just a robot, but like trust me honey, they do. You have Marcus, who has a genuinely really lovely like owner. His master genuinely really cares about Marcus and he treats him really fair. He treats him like an equal for the most part.
Remember, Marcus, don't let anybody tell you who you are.
There is still like a sense of this is your master and I am your slave, but he doesn't like shit on him over it, which is what I'm trying to say. Like he's a nice guy. And then you have Kara, who is owned by Todd.
You shouldn't mess around with my stuff. It makes me nervous.
I'm sorry, Todd.
You stay the fuck out of my business, unless you want to piss me off. You want to piss me off?
No, Todd.
And like there's a whole other story arc that I'm not going to get into, like play it or watch someone play it or read into it or whatever if you want to know what it is. I don't want to spoil this for anyone because when Sam found out, he lost his shit. She like goes through this whole awakening of realizing that she is deviant and she does have feelings, and you know, she wants her freedom and she wants to cross the border over to Canada, and like it's a whole thing, and there's like a civil war and she's involved in it, and I don't know, I find her the most relatable, I think, because you follow her on her journey to realizing that she feels all of these things. So that's something that Quantic Dream did really well. Honestly, the main thing I could fault on this game was the like camera movement. When the cinematics were happening, it was really immersive. That's the word I'm looking for. I felt like I was there. I felt like I really was making all those decisions, especially when all the decisions that you have to make are on a timer. And if you don't do them, like, you could potentially be totally fucked. That's what happened to me. Rest in peace, Connor. I love you and I'm sorry. That was Brian Deckard. Your character's my babe. So I find that really immersive because your adrenaline is pumping and your heart is racing and it's like a whole thing and it's great. And then you like try and walk into a room and you get stuck on a wall or in front of like the leg of a chair, and then you have to try and spin your character around but they're not budging, and then they start running somewhere else and it's very choppy, and I think that is one of the only things that I could fault. The dialogue in it, the script was really good. I especially loved the dynamic between Connor and Lieutenant Anderson. Their relationship was so good. I got them to be friends even though Anderson is a miserable bastard, but the banter between himself and Connor was so good. One character who really annoyed me, and it was North. She is stunning, but oh my god, girl, chill out. Trust me, Marcus is your leader, okay? I'm making the best decisions for all of the androids, and bitch, I saved your ass. You were gonna be destroyed if it wasn't for me, and I saved you. So thank you very much. Thank you. Next. I think I have a lot more to say on this, but that's kind of all that's coming to mind right now. Like, my brain is like buzzing everywhere with different thoughts and stuff. If I feel like it, I might make another video about this, or I might make an updated version when I've done another couple of playthroughs and seeing what different outcomes I get from the game. But this has been a very jumbled mishmash of opinions on why I love Detroit Become Human and why I think you should play it if you're into that kind of thing. I think that's it. I don't know. Let's see when this is edited. This might not even go up either. Alright, cool. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!